problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on second down. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 34. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football.
And inches.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to fourth down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them. Perfect time to get it done.
On first down, Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up fourth down.
Fourth and goal from the 2-yard line.
So on fourth down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points put on the board.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught. Easy.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally would do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
10 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
42-yard line.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Again to the fullback on the dive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. A toss left, Mixon. And they'll take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you this guy can flat-out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
Only good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
I know, but you're down 3 Three scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off around the 37, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
In on the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Bullet's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Kyle Rudolph. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's up 4th down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A gain of 13 yards.
They'll run here with Mixon.
1st down, Cincinnati.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Midfield to the 49.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 38.
Tackle made.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A 1st carry for Samaje Perine. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Gain on the play.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
4 yards. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Now they run with Mixon. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Harrison Smith on the tackle. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down now. Mixon, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter. Not
only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
At the 29-yard line.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. On the screen, Bernard. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On the give, this is their fullback. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Right at the line.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Complete, Jefferson to target. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Play action now, Cousins. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
At the 22-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carl Lawson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's now 3rd down.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Here's Cousins. He took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. It's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Burrow to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Cincinnati.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Carl Lawson, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
It's 4th.
Now Cousins on 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To the air again, it's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
And 6. at the 31-yard line.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now it's Wilson.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now the drive starts with the completion out to the right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked up by Harrison Smith. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll run for it with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
One last shot now for Cousins. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Final score.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?